Most people think they're too smart to be scammed. But history's biggest fraudsters didn't target the stupid. They targeted the ambitious. From Charles Ponzi to Sam Bankman-Fried, the blueprint hasn't changed in over 100 years. If you don't understand the money psychology behind these new money scandals, you aren't just at risk, you're the target. Let's draw this small so you can see the big picture. In 1920, Charles Ponzi promised a 50% return in 45 days. The math? Impossible. But the story was irresistible. He claimed to be using international reply coupons, a boring technical loophole that nobody actually understood. This is rule number one of scams. If you can't explain the profit like you're five, the profit doesn't exist. Ponzi wasn't selling a product. He was selling the dream of new money. He used the money from person B to pay person A, and for a few months, everyone felt like a genius. He made $250,000 a day before the whole thing turned into a $65 billion lesson for the rest of history. Fast forward to today. The coupons were replaced by blockchain. This is where the psychology gets dangerous. Enter SBF. He didn't look like a Wall Street shark. He looked like a gamer in a beanbag chair. Humans are hardwired to trust the halo effect. If someone is a genius in one field, like MIT math or coding, we subconsciously assume they are geniuses with our life savings. We stop looking at the real math and start looking at the vibe. And that vibe cost people $8 billion in a matter of days. Let's look at your wealth rules. To avoid the next new money scandal, you need to spot these three psychological triggers. 1. Manufactured urgency. Invest now or miss the boat. Real wealth is built in decades, not days. 2. Strategic complexity. If they use words like algorithmic liquidity or proprietary tech to hide where the cash actually comes from, they're hiding a vacuum. 3. The insider bait. Making you feel like you're part of an elite club that knows something the average person doesn't. Think about the Wolf of Wall Street or Enron. These weren't just scams, they were cultures. The trigger here is social proof. If your neighbor, your boss, and your favorite YouTuber are all winning, your brain's logic center shuts down. You start living above your means just to keep up with a lie. Enron was the most innovative company in America for 6 years straight. Then it was a crime scene. Since the year 2000, new money scandals have wiped out over $2 trillion in individual wealth. That isn't just corporate money. That's retirement funds, college savings, and the $20,000 milestone targets that took families years to hit. The cycle repeats because the scam evolves faster than our psychology. We are still using 1920s brains to navigate modern finance. So, what's the personal gold standard? Real wealth is boring. It's the investing order, dividends, and time. The next SBF is already out there, and they're probably pitching a revolution right now. But remember, the only person who gets rich from a get-rich-quick scheme is the person selling it. If the world feels fucked, it's usually because we're looking for a shortcut. The question is, are you building an empire, or are you just funding someone else's?